So welcome once again to our Q&A session. So we welcome Michael, welcome Winners Chapel. So welcome everybody, and we will start again by responding to some of our questions. So you can start dropping your questions in the chat, and I will be picking up the questions one after the other, and I will start responding to our questions. So all those questions you've got that you need clarifications on, you can drop them and then I'll pick them up here. So I'm looking at the comments here, trying to see if we have questions already, so you can start dropping them. But some of the questions that I have noticed that it's kind of recurring has to do with the issue of WhatsApp message. Some people are saying they are unable to set up the WhatsApp API, or that WhatsApp is not responding back. That's like one of the questions that I've been seeing. People saying, "Oh, WhatsApp has not been responding." The truth is, if you watch the video clearly, you'll find out that I waited till I did the token, I got a token and then the secret. You sent a text message first before you are able to start using it from the beginning to the end. So if you are still having issues with your WhatsApp, I think I have it here. This is my own WhatsApp agent here, and it's still working. So you just need to go through the video once again and check it out. And note the send message API, the secret, at times after a while, you will need to go back to Facebook and do it there all over again. You need to go and copy the secret question again. I think it's because we are using the test version, so you need to go back and copy it. So don't believe that once you come here and you set up your credentials, so next time you come back here, you just pick any of the credentials that you have here and then you use. No, for the send WhatsApp, you might need to come back here and add a new credential. And while you're adding a new credential, you will need to go back to Facebook, copy the secret token again, and bring it back here before you can use. So that is one thing about the WhatsApp that I believe we need to take cognizance of. So it's not just that it's not working, but you might need to, go back there and pick it up again and use. So that's that about that. But before I continue, I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, you can just say something in the chat that you can hear me. So Winners Chapel is saying, there's a question here from Winners Chapel saying, "Good evening, thank you. Why, if you do your WhatsApp credentials but the next day expire, is there a way to make it permanent?" If you are using the paid version, I'm not just talking about anything now, even the WhatsApp. What we are using in the WhatsApp is the trial version on WhatsApp. We are just using the test number. But once you get your permanent number there, then you don't need to be copying it every now and then. You will have sorted that out with Facebook. So it's because it is the test number. So if you want to use your own number, make sure it is a number that you haven't used personally before on WhatsApp. So you've not used that same number for your personal WhatsApp. You've not used it for personal WhatsApp before. You are now, if you're trying to do so, you will not be able to. But if it is a new number that you just got and want to use it as business number, you can do that. But as the personal number you are trying to convert, no, you won't be able posting it to, you can post to Facebook. But when I say Facebook, I mean a Facebook page, not your personal, your page, your Facebook page. So you can post to your Facebook page, not just, and just like you said, you requested for a page. So if you are posting to a page, let's say this is what you have. I'm using that of the LinkedIn that we have. So instead of posting to Facebook, just like we have it here, I posted it to a mail here. So let's say we want to post it to Facebook. I'll disconnect this and add it, and then you can look for the Facebook. So you will need a Facebook Graph API. So you need a Facebook Graph API. You will need an account with that. I think I have one there. Not sure if it's the right one. So you need to create a Facebook Graph API, and then you as posting, right? And you will need to add all the credentials there. So you need to add the Facebook there, and then say this is what I want you to post. Okay, so you can add Facebook. And one thing that I love about anything is this. Look at this. Let's say I don't know how to figure this out. I want a new credential and I don't know how to do this. Maybe you've not been seeing this. Maybe you've not been seeing this. Look at the N10 AI here. So if you click on the N10 AI here, it will help you out with the steps. So that's something that I want us to take note of. You have your help around you here, even on N10. So see, I want to set up Facebook graphic account, and it's telling me, number one, go to the app dashboard. Number two, your business portfolio. We've done this before, so you can use the same approach we used for WhatsApp here. So see, you create an app, you don't need to create another one again. Just that where we click on WhatsApp, you will now click on Facebook. Maybe I should show us here. Let me go. This is my Facebook. Remember, we came here while we were setting up that of WhatsApp. You see, this is the one I set up. So from here, you still have other APIs here that you will need to choose and set up. See, I have set up WhatsApp. Then you also have also set up Facebook. So in your own case, you will see all these apps here. If you want the messenger you want for Instagram, you will just click on it and set it up. So that of Facebook here, I have set up mine. So you just come here, just like we did for WhatsApp. Let's say we want to do for Instagram, set up. You click on setup, and then it will be able to show you what you need to copy that you will paste in anything. Okay, somebody saying you can't hear me again. If you can still hear me, please let me know that you can hear me. um, all right. Okay. So you see, this is that of IG. You just need to copy what you need here, the secret and the app ID, and then you will be fine. So it's similar to what we did for Facebook, so for WhatsApp. So that's how you connect your Facebook here. So it's like the same thing. You've got all the apps around there. Okay, thank you, Olasukomi. So you've got all the helps here that you will just use this anything API. And yesterday's class, I noticed that not many of us actually watched yesterday's class, but I tell you, yesterday's class will help you a long way. Yesterday's class will help you well, okay? Because you have that has been designed to answer all your questions. This is it here. It is your anything body. It is your anything friend. So you come in here, any question at all about anything, you ask it here. It will respond to you as a professional, as a tutor, step by step. It will show you step by step. It will guide you from the beginning to the end. So that GPT that I shared will help you a long way. In fact, if you ask it question, it will even show you graph, show you diagram, show you all those things too, that you'll be shocked that this thing is that good. I asked it a question earlier on about WhatsApp, and let me show you what it gave me. I didn't share all these screenshots. I did not share all these screenshots. But in the process of explaining the steps to me, he brought it out and he even added all these explanations. It was using this to explain a process to me. So don't joke with that GPT. You can go there before you even start asking people for help, before you start probably posting on Telegram or any other places. You can just come in here, tell it your problem, tell it what you are facing regarding your anything, and it will be there to respond to you. So this can help. Raphael is saying I've told you, I'm not sure there is any importance attached to that registration again. You don't need registration. All the 15 videos so far are on YouTube, are everywhere. So I don't know what you're looking for again. They are everywhere. You don't need my permission to say you want to join. You don't need my permission. Use any of those videos. If you're fine with the videos on YouTube, I think YouTube is better because put them together as a playlist so you can follow the entire playlist from the beginning to the end. So you can run with YouTube, it's there on Facebook. But if you want to get newsletters, I have told you severally, I have shared the link that you just go to olalekanadieko.substack.com. So that is where you go and just follow the newsletter there, and you will get the newsletters every day. So don't let the registration. I am not using the registration to determine who should see the video. Not at all. The videos are there. Okay. They are going to record, all the videos are there. I am not deleting the videos. Hidden hustle, nobody is deleting the videos. In fact, this Q&A too is recorded. It's going to be on YouTube. So all the videos are there. I am not deleting the videos after 30 days. So even if you are still on day 5 or day 4 or day 7 or whatever, you can take your time and go through it. All right. So there is a question here. I think I saw one question earlier on. Okay, so how can you set up your client's credentials like Facebook or WhatsApp if they are not present and want you to do for a chatbot you built for them, and how can you control it and make an update? Your job is to build the entire workflow. So if you want them to sign up using their credentials, personally, I don't like dealing with people's PII, personal identification. I don't want to go near their personal identification before they start saying, oh, it's when you had access to accounts, maybe that was when something happened and all that. No, you have built the workflow for them. It is just the credentials that you want to guide them. You can probably show them a video or walk them through when you are delivering the product, maybe via call, video call, and say, this is how you create credentials. You guide them and let them do the login, let them sign in themselves, because that's just the only thing they'll be doing. But if you have access to all their logins, if something should go wrong, maybe one of them made a mistake, and the person is trying to say, I am not the only person with access to the Facebook page, so it wasn't me that posted. I don't have access to the invoice. I don't have access to all those things that you've processed. So for me personally, that's me. Except if you're working in that company and then that's your job as a staff there, then you need access to it. But if you're delivering for somebody, build the entire workflow and then give them documentation step by step how to get their credentials, or walk them through that process when they are online with you if they are not in the country. Walk them through, let them share their screen. Okay, go here, sign into Facebook here, copy the secret here, put it there. That way you are safe. You don't have access to whatever they are doing. I think it is better that way. Sir, you've not thought us how to host anything locally. For those of us, I have addressed how to host anything locally. We did that in day two, and I've also shared troubleshooting steps. I stopped, I didn't use the Docker all through our lessons because a larger percentage of us we still have issues with Docker. And I've said it severally too. It is the cloud that you will be using 90% of the time for your clients, for whatever you are going to be doing. So if the trial version ends, use another account and sign up for another free account and still use that to learn. Okay, the Docker thing, I wanted to see if we can all, install that and we can move together using Docker. But a larger percentage of people are having issues, and I don't want some people to be left behind. So if you haven't done that, I've dealt with that. You can check out day two. We looked at Docker installation. So Baba, today, yes, I've talked about the WhatsApp integration. So I said it that if you want to use that your WhatsApp integration, you need to start by first of all complete the entire flow, and then make sure you send a message to the WhatsApp first before you say you want to get it back. And once you leave your WhatsApp environment or your flow for a while, you might need to go back to Facebook and reestablish the token again. I already dealt with that. So maybe when you go back to the recording, it's just first few minutes of this evening session. What do we still have there? I mean, yes, the live. After the live, it will stay on the YouTube channel. So it will stay on the YouTube channel. It's not going to be deleted. So the person asking that question. My question is one: how do we pass Facebook page creation? Because it keeps saying I should follow their page policy. Facebook and maybe other platforms too, they have their policies, they have their guidelines. So when they block out certain things from you, they would have provided the reasons. So it's just for you to take your time, because I won't be addressing everything. I'm not saying the parts that they're kind of having issues with. So you need to go back to their policy and then see what is there that you need to adjust to before you can probably use some of their services. How can I have access to anything prompt to use on ChatGPT? I'm not sure I understand that question. You cannot say you want to be getting prompt everywhere to create your flow. You have conceptualized something. Okay, there is a business workflow that a client must have approached you to build for them. It is that business workflow that you can understand and then explain that to the GPT I shared with you. If you explain it to it step by step, then it can guide you how to build that workflow. So please don't let us make it an habit like the usual thing. Oh, I just need prompts to build. No, domain knowledge is important. What problem are you solving? We are not all going to be solving the same problem. And the way Shola that sells shoe runs her business is different from the way Chinwe that sells the same shoe runs her business too. They can't be selling the same shoe, but their business workflow will not be the same. So you need to sit down first, understand their workflow. Okay, how do you interact with your customer? Oh, they call me and they make order. Then I get the shoe for them, I send to them. That is somebody's workflow. Another person's workflow might be, oh, they walk into my shop, they point at the shoes and they pay and they go with it. They sell shoes, but their business workflows are not the same. So there is no one way of copying somebody's prompt, or just you're looking for prompts to do stuff. No, learn how to talk to all these LLMs yourself. Learn how to talk to them. That's very, very important. You cannot rely on using people's prompts every time, every time. That is why I shared a video on prompt generator. If you don't know how to write accurate prompt, I created that video. I shared it. So once you put that up as your project, then you can just tell it what you want to do, and it will come up with a comprehensive prompt that will give you detailed results. I'm still having issues with my RAG workflow. It's not working. I think that RAG thing, maybe you check out your Pinecone, you check out where is uh okay, okay, I think I have it there too. I think it's here too. Because for the RAG, the major thing we did for the RAG is this Pinecone. So this is the major thing that is kind of creating your RAG. So if you go inside the Pinecone now, you sign up on Pinecone. Yes, I'm still on Pinecone here. So you sign up on Pinecone for free, and then you will be able to create an API key. So you create an API key. Two things you are doing on Python. You create an API key, and then you also create an index. So for the index, maybe this is where the problem is for the index. For the index, you give it a name, rag2, and then you choose the configuration. I said you can go with this text embedding 3, which is fine. But anytime I use that, it will probably give me another what's it called? The batch number usually differ from what I get in anything, and you'll be having issues here and there. So I normally use the manual configuration, and then the dimension. Oftentimes I just use 1536 here, and just leave every other thing here, and then you leave every other thing, and you create. And once you have your index here, then you can come back to your flow here, and then you configure Pycon here. You configure Pycon, you pick your index from your account because you will have connected it. Pick your index. You don't need to touch even this one here. And then you add the embeddings OpenAI here. Don't make the mistake of adding chats OpenAI or OpenAI model. You are using embeddings. It is the embeddings that you will add to your Pinecone. And this is where I said at times if you create it using the embeddings model, it may give you a different batch size. So that's why I added my own batch size of 1536, just to be sure that I've got the same batch size there. So when you do this, you shouldn't have issues with your RAG. And don't forget to add the data loader, which is just there. You just add the data loader. What else do I have here? I can't access Google Sheets API. I was blocked from it. I am sorry, maybe I won't be able to help with that if Google blocked you from using it. The thing is, you probably will have received a mail to that effect. So you just need to check your mail and see if there is any mail that is saying, oh, this is why you've been blocked, or why you some of us, yes, I mentioned it, some of us, while we're trying to connect our account, you clicked on sign in. For example, after adding all those things, you clicked on sign in. It brought out where you put your email and password. You type your email and password, right? The next screen is equally important. The next screen, it will now ask for your permission, and you need to grant anything permission to all those things there. Some of us will not check those boxes. You just go in. It will say you've not given it any access. What that means is you yourself, you've blocked anything from having access to your Gmail. So having typed your email and password is not enough. Typing your email and password is not enough. It will still request for your permission. Make sure you accept that permission and you say you tick all those boxes after reading, of course, and then you grant it the permission. So I have tried to link my card to Google for API. That may not be about this class or anything or Google. Some bank cards may not work on some of those platforms. Okay, so maybe it is because it's your Nigeria card. That may be the case, but you have different platforms that will allow you to have what you call dollar virtual card. So I'm not going to advertise for any of those platforms. I use GigPay, that is now Raynet. There is Clive, I think. There are different, let me just put it out there. There are different platforms that you can sign up for and you will get a virtual dollar card. Some will even give you a dollar account so you can use that card for your payments. So probably that's what you need, real estate mastery. Um, uh, Am I right saying I have a problem with developer Facebook? I cannot see the other option to create the app. Please, what's the alternative? I don't know what you're saying. So let me go back. Let me clear everything here. So this is my Facebook, developers.facebook.com/apps. So I want to take it back to the beginning here. For this is it. So you said when you choose create app, you can't see, you did not see the option to create the app. So mine came up almost immediately, and then I can create the app. So maybe you should just check out that link again and just try and check it if maybe peradventure there is something else that you are still not doing there. I don't understand. Real estate is saying is still not working. I don't know what that means. There is Ademola here. It seems Google is having problem with anything on render as it blocked the access when I was working yesterday. I had to use another way to start getting it work. It delayed me for. The good thing is you've figured that out. So next time you have that issue, then you probably know how to go your way, find your way around it. That's something about learning. You do trial and error a lot. I do trial and error a lot too, and I watch a lot of videos too. So kid, no, I'm not saying. I don't know. You are mixing up my. Hmm. Compare our workflows to submit it to our clients. Please explain about this. Like I said, there is no one way to answer this. It depends on what you're doing. So if you are a staff in a company, there is an approach. If you are a freelancer, there is an approach to do this. Okay, there is an approach for you to do all this. If you build a website for people, you are probably going to say, you know what, when I collect my full money, I am giving you documentation. You host, you give them access to, you push all the codes to their GitHub. That's how it works if you are a freelancer. So if you are creating workflow for people, there is nothing like your backend. They've paid for that service. So create the workflow for them. If they want to have access to what you built, they will have, they should have access to it. They've paid you for it, right? And they've paid for it, so you are delivering the service to them. So you can't say, oh, because you built a website for people, then they shouldn't have access to the source code. If that is part of the agreement, you push all the codes to their GitHub account, so that when you are no longer having a contract together, somebody else can be managing their website on them. You don't want to say, because you want to remain there forever and then keep everything to yourself. There's nothing like your backend. It is their own workflow that you are giving them access to. So it is not somebody else's workflow. So if I've paid you $500, $700 to help me create a workflow, then give me, it's because I don't know it. That's why you're going to give me. If you're writing a project for somebody, you're not going to say, I'm not going to show you my writing. You, the person has paid for it. Okay, so that's that. Which other process can we use to create a WhatsApp chatbot without using the Facebook process? Okay, there is a platform that we call Chatbase. There is Chatbase. So with Chatbase, you can still, kind of create chatbots without using anything. You have different options, really. So you can use Chatbase, Chatbase. Let me come here. You can use Chatbase. You can go via Twilio too. You can use Chatbase. Yes, this is chatbase.co. You can easily create a chatbot there. It's even easier on Chatbase compared to you integrating it on anything. But the difference is this: you are creating that chat box alone here. You can feed it with all your knowledge base and everything. It will interact with people, but it may not do that. Oh, once they drop an information, I want you to push it to Excel. From Excel, I want you to send them a mail, and from sending a mail, I want you to, do something else. It may not do all those things, but it will still kind of help you to do what you want it to do. So we get that it will still help you to do what you want it to do, but it will not do everything that you get on anything. You won't give you everything that you want on anything. Okay, but you can still use chat base to do whatever you want to do. So and there is Twilio too. I will still show us Twilio. With Twilio, you can even get a number. You can pay $1 a month, I think, for a US number. So you can use that number on WhatsApp as your WhatsApp number, and then let people call that number, and your agent will pick up that number and respond to them on your behalf. So you can integrate that number to your 11 labs. So you can integrate that number to your 11 labs. So instead of 11 labs voice agent showing up here, remember the one we did, we had to come here to use it. We had to come here to use it. Uh, Let me pick one agent here. We had to come here to use it. But with Twilio, you will import the Twilio number on a level lab. Okay, this is it. So for what's it called? 11 labs, we had to come here and then we started talking from here, which is not the best approach. Be to get a number and then call that number, and or anybody can call that number, and your agent will be responding to them on your behalf. So you can do the call in here. I think I already have maybe my number, a number that I got integrated. Yes, so I've got this number on Twilio. It's still the trial number. So if Twilio can give you trial number, you can sign up on Twilio and get a trial number, just trial number for a while. But if you want a permanent number, you can pay, I think, $1 a month or so. You can import the number in 11 Labs and then assign it to your agent. And when people call that number, your agent will be there to respond to you. So those are some other options that you can still use. I think I've responded to RAG. I even did a demonstration. Um, what's this? The family hub. I'm currently a few days behind. Okay. Yes, the everything will be on on YouTube, on Facebook. So everything will still be there. The family hub, nobody's deleting it. It's going to be there. All right. I'm having issues signing up to my Google Cloud console. It's requested for my card information, which I provided, but it's not signing me in. Getting to Google Console, you don't need to pay to create your secret key and your client ID. It is when you now need some services that you can now pay. For the Google Cloud, I did not mention payment for you to get inside your Google Cloud, the console here, just to copy the client ID and all that. It is when you now want to do something else, or you want to use the API for images, or you want to do the Gemini API. That is when you need to now add your card here so that it can be deducting it from your card. And I already responded to the card issues, that if your regular Naira card is not being accepted, then you might need to try out the virtual cards. Then you can use the virtual cards to do that. Is it possible to create a RAG workflow as a separate standalone so that when workflows that need connection to it is created, it can then 100%. That's like an advanced way of doing it, which a better way of doing it. You can do Postgre, you can do even RAG on 11 Labs. You can even do RAGs on 11 Labs. Stuff it with all your knowledge base, and then use your webhook to connect it to anything, so that when you need something from your RAG, it can fetch it. So you can, of course, what we did too, we didn't do it in anything. We did it in Pinecone, and we only brought in Pinecone in anything. So if you have it on Postgre, on anywhere, you can just come back and connect it to anything. So Techpreneur. On WhatsApp integration, I think I've responded to this. Mm, but it was so WhatsApp, it's delicate. The WhatsApp integration, especially on the free plan, is something else. Okay, is something else that you might need to go back and re-add and re-add every time. So this is my WhatsApp. I can still demonstrate it again here. Okay, so this is it here. And what do I have in there? Let me open it up one by one for us to see. So this one, I feel we don't usually have issues with this one. Just WhatsApp trigger and WhatsApp authentication. So just add the client ID and the client secrets, and we are fine here. That's the first node here. The second node is the agent, which I also believe that's not the problem. It's the last WhatsApp that is usually the problem. So here also you added everything, the system, message, and all that. No issue. But the last message here, before you test, let me go back. Before you even say you want to test this trigger, you have to send a text to that number first after integrating it, after copying the secret key. So you do this first before you now start to try out the trigger. So you need to ensure you connect your number and everything here first before you go back and start testing. So here you need to do this connection first before you come back here and say you want to do something. So I will execute the WhatsApp here. You can monitor my flow here, and I'll try and see that number here. Yes, this is the number. I say hello there. So this should go into effect. Okay, yes, that's my number. Yeah, that's the number. Yeah, so that's trigger. So if I've sent a number here now, then I'm expecting a response here. So like I said, you need to, first of all, this part is the most important. So if you can disconnect this and test it out first. And you and I know that the setup for this is different from the setup for this particular one. This one is just the trigger, straightforward. While this, you've got to, redo the connection over and over again. If I come back to Facebook here, let me go back to my apps here, and I want to use it, it might tell me again that I should reconnect. So don't think because you've done it once, it will just stay there, especially for us that we are still using the test number. So you will need to come back here again and connect it over and over again. So for WhatsApp, it's kind of tricky, and that's why I also built that N8N GPT. It will guide you step by step, whatever you want to do. Ask it question, do a screenshot. So the best way to communicate what you are facing, the error you are getting, and everything that is wrong with your business workflow is to do a screenshot and put it here. Do a screenshot of that error and put it here, and you watch it give you the step by step of how to resolve it. Unable to, yes, that's what I've responded to. Um, okay, after training a chatbot for a business, how do I embed the chatbot to a website? You want to embed a chatbot to a website, you just need to, number one, know what they used for creating their own website. It's just usual HTML, JavaScript, or maybe they're using React, or they're using anything at all. But the easiest way is to just probably wrap it inside HTML code and just create like a small widget, of which any LLM can do it for you. So if you just come in here and say, oh, I have a chart that I have created in N8N as a trigger and want to integrate it as a widget on my website, guide me. It will give you the steps. You can even ask it to write you the code that you will now copy that your production URL and then put it somewhere in the code. You can even tell it, I have the production URL. Where do I put it? Okay, you can ask it, create the code for you, share your production URL, let it put it where it should be, and then you will copy the entire code and put it on your, maybe your cPanel public folder, or inside your source code. So you will copy that production URL with the chart that you've created and put it on your website's source code index page, or anywhere you want it to pop up. So if you don't know anything about HTML, about website development and all that, you probably need the person that is managing your site to help you with that. But here, it can even help you create it. See, add the widget to your website. So it's saying paste this near the end of your page before the body tag. So you just copy this and you will replace this with your own. It will tell you where to paste your own anything open public or production URL here. See, you just need to copy this small thing and put it where it's supposed to be, and it's guiding you. So it will help you to do that, Funke. Sir, we will read the part where we can connect this workflow to a website. That's what I just responded with. So you can create that. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. If you want to, I'm not sure you have access to a source code website where you want to test it out, but I can, in one of my videos, put it on my website and let you see how it is. So I can put it there. Does Twilio do no, Twilio will not give you Nigerian number, Solomon. Unfortunately, you can't get a Nigerian number on Twilio. So it will probably give you American number or Canadian number. So if you sign in there, you will see the numbers that are available. But there is always a way to probably, try some stuffs and reroute it and all that. But by default, you won't get a Nigerian number directly on Twilio. Let me even log in there for you to see what is there. So people can use the features directly from a site that is, of course, Espada. Once you publish your charts, you can wrap the code and put it on your website, and that is where people will be chatting with it. They don't need to be seeing your entire workflow. No, they will just be interacting with the chats on a typical website. Ogun State hosted the, what do you call it, sport festival last year, and we worked on a website for them. So I created like an AI chat bot on the platform, although I use Copilot to do that. So when people come in and ask questions about the past sport festival, past events and all that, the AI was able to answer them. But the entire thing was sitting on my Copilot account while it was doing the job for people. So that's just it. The production URL, people won't need to see what is there as part of teacher without walls. So I don't know why my recipient test this WhatsApp. I think I've addressed that WhatsApp again. How do you train online your chat agent to speak with the Nigerian accent? Okay, you mean the voice agent that I used? Of course, I I use I have the paid version of 11 Labs. So I have paid version of 11 Labs. So this is the creative platform on 11 Labs. You can clone voices on 11 Labs. So you can clone voices on 11 Labs. So that's what I did. I cloned a voice on 11 Labs. So there is voice cloning there. You can record people's voices and then tell it to use all those voices. So I have Nigerian voices, Ghanaian voices, young people voices, different voices on my 11 labs that I can choose. So if I come to my voices here, these are the voices that I either cloned or used for different things. See all this. The one I use in my demonstration is this. I think it's this diode that I used that you said has Nigerian accent. So I think I used this diode. So it's because I have the paid version and you can clone voices, you can train voices on a level lab. This is the one.
My voice is suitable for creating mid-energy YouTube videos as well as voice-over narration that feels natural. Try it in your production.
Okay, it's because I have that trained it to be able to do that, and there are different voices there also that I've trained. So it's because of that.
Oh, hello there. How are you doing today? Me, I'm just fine.
So if you're able to do that, then you have different voices that you can use so that it doesn't sound too robotic. Do you have in mind to have a partnership across nations with your students to help spread your knowledge and have a team in each country with your information knowledge? Winners Chapel, that could be something. Mm, right. Looking at the link we publish on anything, are we going to be charged after the anything trial? I've told you if you are still on trial, they will not charge you, but you won't be able to run them again, right? So just to be on the safe side, come here, click on the three dots and download all your workflows one by one. Once you download all your workflows, you can use another email to sign up for free. Temitope. So when you have another account, you can come back and import that file so that you want to work on it again, you'll be able to upload it and start using. I have a folder on my computer with dozens of workflows. So it's safer that way. I have it on my personal system. I have them in my cloud accounts. So in case anything happens to any of the accounts I'm using, I'm sure I still have them stored somewhere that I can have access to. All right. So you will not be charged automatically, but you won't be able to kind of use those things there again. You won't be able to run them. Is it possible to handle the footer message of the email sent automatically from anything? Yes. If you are not using the trial version, of course, you can get rid of that sign from anything. It's not even only email, the Telegram too, and all other things. You still see that anything there. Yes, you can get rid of that. It's because we are using the free trial one. While signing up for my API tokens for Gemini, I was asked, yes, some of those platforms you will need to do verification. You know why I did not even use OpenAI for the image generation? You know, we did image generation somewhere, a particular day, we did image generation that I used Gemini for the yes, I used Gemini for the image generation because I know we are likely going, see, this is what I use there. We are likely going to have issues with OpenAI. For OpenAI, they will demand for your passport, they will want to do verification for you. You take pictures and pictures and pictures, and at the end of the day, they may end up saying you are not approved and you cannot reapply again until after 90 days. So that's why I just, you know what, abandoned OpenAI and used Gemini. For Gemini, it's still straightforward for Google Gemini, but the thing is, you still need a kind of verification to do image generation. Why? They want to know the people that are generating images. We don't want to generate image now that I slapped the president or something. So they want you to kind of submit more documentations just to know who is doing what. I like to know, since you are not yet to conclude on certificate, can we reach out to you after 30 days? On this certificate, okay, let's see, giving certificate is not a problem, right? I can generate certificate, you can get a certificate via your mail. It won't even come in or just the regular kind of certificate. It's going to come from another platform I use for a serious training that you can add it to your LinkedIn. We'll Let's see how it goes regarding the certificate. So I might probably just I'll put out a form and let people that are interested in certificates signify. But again, knowing what we are doing is the most important thing. If one needs to update the content of a file in the drive folder, is it necessary to delete the old one? No, except if you believe what you have inside your old folder is outdated, except if you believe you don't need it again. That is when you can delete it. If you believe that your company's document is no longer relevant, that's where you should delete. If it is still relevant, why delete it? Just keep everything there, right? I think we're almost done. When you say that after developing a workflow for a client, that the developer should push the entire workflow to the client, does it mean that the client needs to have a paid version of anything? Yes, I use the website development as an example. For website development, there is a hosting fee, there is a domain fee that these companies know that they need to pay yearly for. So while you're dropping the documentation, they also want to know, you want to let them know this. Or if your agreement is, I will manage this for you for 2 years, for 3 years, you charge them one off, collect your money, you pay for the anything services for them. So that's why I said there is no one way of dealing with this. It depends on the client, it depends on the circumstances. So there are instances that you will be the one to host everything on your own, anything, and they just don't want everything to break along the way. But there are instances that you probably say, you know what, this is how it works. So let me add this to it. There are some clients that you will say, you are hosting it for them, but you are not putting it on your own account. You can create a separate email for them to sign up while everything sits there, so that when whatever happens, they need to go their own way, they are not stuck with you. You just give them access to that mail. So it depends on the client, the circumstances, and every other thing. So it depends. If you want to be in charge of managing it for them, good. If you want to just, give me my money, let me build the workflow for you, and you can be paying monthly on anything yourself, good. All right. This video, Olalekan, is already on YouTube. It's not going to be deleted. Okay. Create a portfolio. I cannot create a portfolio for you. All right. I can't create a portfolio for you. You will be the one to create a portfolio for yourself or a website for yourself. In one of my videos, I was able to show you that I used AI to create this video. So you can use AI to create, website or portfolio, whatever. Manos is there, Lovable is there, Bolt is there, even Gemini is there. You can create website from prompt now for businesses. So far, it's just static, um, information based. It is when you now need all those backend and some other things that you can reach out to other people. But if it is just basic information, I'm not sure you can't do that with AI. You can. And I think I'll take the final question now. My anything outlook is not the same as yours. I think it is likely that mine is a later version, or what exactly could be the cause. For example, my template samples are over 7,000 plus. I don't understand. If it's fine for you, I think that's cool. Ademidero, it's cool if it's fine for you. The most important thing is knowing how to configure our nodes and knowing the nodes to use at every point in time. Can we use web services to run anything even when system is off? If you are hosting locally and that system is off, that's one of the down side of using it locally. If it is off, the server is off, that's where it's working. Okay, that's why I said bigger companies that want to host locally, you want to have your own server that is running 247. I don't want the clients to know that I use anything. So I don't know. There is no problem for them knowing what you've used or not. Again, it depends on the arrangement. If the client says, just do this for me and let everything continue to work, and you are managing it for them, fine. There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong in the client saying they know what you've done. That's one thing that people battle with. Anyways, I'm not going into that because of time. I'm not going into that. It depends on you. What makes you think you by the time you do something for one person, you don't have 500 people that are running after you, that you just want to say, you know what, I can't be keeping all your stuff on my accounts. I need to move on. So I've worked with developers that will not want you to have your source code, so they want to be the one managing everything for you. It's because they don't have enough clients, they don't have enough work to do. If you have enough work to do, you will even be the one to say, guys, I'm done with your work. This is the documentation. This is, I'm pushing everything to your GitHub. I'm going. I have other people that I want to work with. So there's nothing wrong in them knowing all those things. Okay. So I will hand it up with Babatunde Aziz post here. That's my last comment also because it's 8 already. So thank you also everybody for everything. But before I go, the winners for this week, I think I have them here. The winners for this week, let me refresh. The top three, I'm happy we don't have more people tying up in the position. So, unlike the first week that we had about 8 people there about. So, for this week, you've got Sunday Yaya, Abdurrahman Olokunla. Okay, it's still loading. Still loading. Uh, the family of it is not your business secret that you use anything. It is not a business secret. The business secret is your knowledge, how you've done it. A bricklayer will not say it is business secret for using Dangote cement or for using elephant cement or for using a certain thing. You know, don't get boxed to just one person. You're looking for many people, so let them do their work for them. You on to the next, on to the next. Again, it is what you want. If you want them to stay with you and you are running everything for them, all well and good. So you want to build a website for me and you're dropping the documentation. You don't want to put, oh, we use React. It's part of the work. You can build them for that separately. You know, you can build them for that separately and say, if I'm dropping all these things for you, your cost is this. So I don't see it as a business secret. Your business secret is your own skill and all that. So the top performers for this week, Sunday Yaya, number one, Abdurrahman Olokwala, number two, and two people are in third position, Ridwan Ibrahim and Abolore. And the all-time leaders, because all-time leaders will still get a gift at the end of the 30 days, but weekly winners, you'll get your gift also. I'll post that tomorrow. So overall leaders so far after two quizzes, Oluyemisi Adetunji, Yekini Aziz, Temidayo Adeyonu, Temitope, Wikie, Esther, and Achiever. So I am praying that we'll have just 3 people at the end of the day. Okay, so this is where we'll end it today. We'll do this again next week, Friday. So please, if you're missing some of the videos or you are still behind, just go through them and watch and just give it all it takes. And I wish you all the best. So have a lovely